Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, party people? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the NBA Man. We're going to be talking about all things basketball today. I don't know why we did that. We only had 2 games last night, and this is the type of energy you're going to get. That's just going to be the Friday afternoon vibes. Hope everybody's had a good week. I hope we're ready for the weekend, or I hope we're ready for the in-season tournament. We had a little bit of everything coming at you. All right, who's here? We got Sneeps representing Team Hold Gaming. Happy National Vanilla Cupcake Day. Vanilla Cup Day would be a different type of day. Snoop Loop is also saying, Van's loaded up with 9 buds and are on our way to Pittsburgh for annual Packer trip. Okay, that's fun. Good luck. Enjoy. Go Pack Go. Although I feel like the Packers suck, so I'm sorry. But I hope you have a really good time. Fenny's here. Good, Fenny. Santa's boys. Yep, we're out here. Jump shooter. Yes, happy Veterans Day. Is today the official Veterans Day? I never know. Like, I feel like we have 4 different days on the. It's like you could do it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Monday. But happy Veterans, handful of days. Who else you got? Jump shooter. Yeah. What you dad? Let's go. Go Bear the God. Good to see you, Borland. Common Man's here. Stubbs. Let's go. 2 generic. Let's go. Garen up in here. Keeper. Doctor Who. Homies is up in here. That was some Jacob on Tandy Time Energy. I haven't watched it yet. I was busy yesterday. Actually, I had the pleasure and the honor of meeting our guy, Gnome. Gnome is in the US of A for a couple of weeks, was in New York City. So we get to hang out with him, which was great. So we get to hang out with Gnome. I saw John from So Rare, and that was happening while Tandy Time was going down. So you'll have to let me know in the chat what I missed. And then last night I hosted a bingo night. That's the freelance energy that we got. Also appreciate anyone who tuned in to the So Rare NBA the live auction they did yesterday, where the Giannis went for $40,000. And speaking of So Rare, we will have the live before lock tonight at 5:30 with our man Ghost and our man George. We got a little bit of everything, for you today. So no underdog happy hour though. There's no underdog happy hour today because we got a busy day. We got a busy day in the Zakarian household. Yeah, so we only have 2 basketball games to talk about. So if you guys have other weird stuff you want to get into, I figured we can check in on those rookies over on Top Shot at some point. I won't do too much So Rare today just because we have live before lock, and we also did I've done like a couple of So Rare shows already this week, so I don't want to just repeat everything that I've already said. Yeah, Common Man, betting overs on guards versus Milwaukee will pay my mortgage. I mean, listen, it's not like I'm the only one that's had this take. I mean, other people are very smart basketball people, but I feel like we jumped on this pretty early. I feel like it's now gaining momentum. It's just an undefeated thing. I actually thought, so Milwaukee plays the Orlando Magic over the weekend, and that will be the real test. Can Jalen Suggs, some combo of Suggs, Fultz, and Cole Anthony, can they dominate them in the way that every other guard has before? Sneeps, I did see the tweet from the Atlanta Hawks. I don't even think I can share that. It was bizarre. There was like an OnlyFans reference, an OnlyFans show. Even DeJounte Murray quote tweeted that, and he's all caps, which DeJounte, if you follow DeJounte Murray on Twitter, he likes to be all caps anyways. He's got some real Jay Crowder energy in his tweets. But he was like, you got to delete this. You got to delete this shit now. It's wild. The Atlanta Hawks tweet was wild. But anyways, back to Common Man betting overs. Let's hit some of these games. We're going to be done with games in like 10 minutes. It's going to be great. So the Indiana Pacers go into Milwaukee, or actually it was a home game for the Pacers. Milwaukee goes into Indiana. But they get the W. And so Dame was ruled out of the game. It was, both Dame and Giannis were given Q tags like halfway through the day. And then Dame, who ends up getting the rest, I think, maybe it was an actual injury, but my guess is that he had to carry the load the night before. They're like, there's no need to push it yet. So Giannis has an incredible statistical game, but if anybody watched it, just like a real meltdown in crunch time here. So Giannis's stat line, he finishes with 54 points and 12 boards, but he just 2 brutal turnovers with the game in the balance. Middleton played 20 minutes, so he's still on that minute restriction. He dropped 19 points in those 20 minutes. Malik Beasley gave him 13, and then Bobby Portis had 11. But, I mean, just Giannis did most of the scoring there for him. And then over on the Pacers side of things, man, So again, Halliburton 29 and 10, Benedict Mathurin 26 and 11. I mean, even Bruce Brown had like 11, 9, and 7 with a couple of steals. I know he's not really a guard, but he plays small sometimes. I even like hit some Aaron Nesmith, who was looking solid for a little bit, but then got in foul trouble. Nembhard had, so like, all right, they've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of their guards were in double figures last night. Like, they're just torching them each and every time. And I actually was wondering, I was like, when Dame got ruled out, I was like, is this actually going to hurt this theory? Like maybe with Dame's replacement. And then I was like, wait, who replaces Dame? And it's Campaign. And I wouldn't say Campaign is known for lockdown defense. So it wins again. What you dad said, I had 70% Mathurin. If only I had any Bruce Brown, I would have taken some tourneys. Yeah, I had a couple of sweats. I think I finished 10th in the buzzer beater last night. I was hoping to take down the buzzer beater so that Jeb and I could go back to back, right? We got to keep the belt within the shot tank community. But we did not win. So we finished in 10th in that. And then I think I had like a 12th place finish in the crossover, the 4-entry max. So we had a couple of fun sweats. It's those 2-game slates are always weird. You just have to plant a couple of flags like you did what you did. You're like, all right, I'm just going to move Benedict Mathurin up and then see what happens. And then, but tonight we get a full slate, which is kind of fun. What else did I miss? Doctor Who said I had my biggest so rare heartbreak this game week. Brogdon was out after 5 minutes of play. Yeah, the Brogdon injury was tough. We're going to have to pay attention to, well, I feel like we have a lot of injury news and some teams that aren't playing tonight that play Saturday that we're going to have to like, we'll have to guess whatever the health is going to be on some of these guys. It's going to make live before lock a little trickier than normal. Anyways, a good win for Indiana. Again, Giannis, a couple of brutal turnovers down the stretch. I believe I read something. Let me make sure. I want to look at this. Yeah. So the Pacers went 20 for 48 from 3. 20 for 48 from 3. And then I think I read something this morning. God, I wish I bookmarked it so I could give credit. But that of the 48 threes, 47 of them are considered like wide open. And they shot 42% from wide open threes. So again, 3-point shooting and guards are just going to torch Milwaukee. They're just going to torch them. Is De'Aaron Fox back? I don't know. We don't know yet. I think he's still got a Q tag. Snoop Loop, there you go. Get some, baby. Get some. I'm not allowed to in the state of New York. I can't do any college football gambling because, we protect the students. All right, the second game of the night. I had no idea they had a game in Mexico City last night. Did you guys know that's what was going down? Atlanta and Orlando went down to Mexico, played in Mexico City, and this was a great game. I watched the end of this. I actually watched the whole second half because that football game last night was awful. The Panthers game was just garbage. It was some of the worst coaching I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, Fox is out the next game. I didn't think Sacktown played tonight, do they? But anyways, all right, Fox is out. That's good to know. Keon Ellis, go get him. But it was that football game was garbage. But we got a Trae Young game. I feel like we haven't had a Trae Young sighting in a while. He went for 41 points and 8 dimes, went 12 for 13 from the field, 5 for 15 from 3. And Trae takes some really bad threes. I would love, not just in my basketball acumen, I would love to just have the confidence I would like to be able to bottle up the Trae Young shooting confidence that he bring that into my life because he's, just pulling up from wherever he wants. But 41 and 8 from him. Another solid game from Jalen Johnson, who had 19 and 7 with a couple of dimes too. DeJounte was a little bit quiet, 16 and 3, but hit a big time corner 3 that gave them the lead late in the fourth. Trae had a nice drive and kick and like a wraparound pass on the baseline that got to DeJounte in the corner, knocked it down, and that's kind of what gave them the lead there. And then Orlando had a couple of shots there late. Some weird possessions. It was weird possessions. But guys, Jalen Suggs, is he back? We finally got some like real Jalen Suggs positive momentum here. He went 4 for 5 from 3, which that feels different. 7 for 10 from the field. So he shot 70% from the field. He finished with 21 points, a couple of rebounds, a dime, and then 6 steals. 6 steals last night, which was pretty impressive. So Paolo had, after like dominating a couple games in a row, only took 14 shots last night and finished with 17 and 8, and a couple of assists as well. Goga, he had 12. Franz had a disappointing game, 13 off the bench from Mo Wagner. Jonathan Isaac, too, is playing big minutes down the stretch, too. So there you go. Back. Has he ever been there? Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Trae did have a gorgeous alley-oop, too. We put a short out earlier this morning, but he puts the ball around his back, looks to his left, and then lobs it up to the right. And Jalen Johnson came and threw it down. It's beautiful, beautiful assist for a throwdown. But good win for Atlanta. Good win for Atlanta. I thought Orlando was going to pull this out. This would have been a very impressive victory for Orlando. But that's it. That's it from last night's action. What the hell are we going to do for the next 40 minutes? I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, good dubs for them. Let me just quickly scroll the standings here to see if there's anything exciting. I mean, Atlanta now 5-3, baby. 2 games over 500, a couple of good W's. Let's look at what we have for the in-season tournament tonight. We get those courts back, baby. Yeah, Garen said Iowa Virginia Tech game was the best game of the night. Yeah, Caitlin Clark won for 41. She was cooking. That's what I watched when I got home. When I got home from Bingo Night, I watched that before switching over to football, then before quickly switching over to Atlanta and Orlando. But Caitlin Clark was absolutely cooking. So here we go. For the IST, we have the Philadelphia 76ers at the Detroit Basketball Pistons. Charlotte and Washington. We've got that again, right? These are all in-season tournament games, right? Let me double check this here. I want to make sure they didn't do just some of them because there's a lot of games tonight. A lot of games. Are these all in season? Yeah, they're all in season. Okay. So we have Charlotte and Washington, Brooklyn and Beantown, the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics, New Orleans and Houston. We don't know if Zion's going to be playing, so that's going to be something we have to pay attention to. We have Utah at Memphis. Walking in Memphis. That won't watch that. Minnesota at San Antonio. So Wemby versus Ant-Man. That's going to be over on playback with our friends Sneeps and Weisberg. So go watch that. Mike Weisberg and Sneeps will be over on the playback for Ant-Man and Wemby. I don't know if you're doing a second game too. I saw Weisberg say something about 4. Maybe it took him 4 hours to make the graphic. I can't remember. Clippers and the Mavericks. That one should be pretty spicy, right? They always have good matchups. Then we've got the Lakers and Phoenix. I believe Booker's already been ruled out. Bradley Beal is questionable. I think Beal's going to play. And just a reminder, I think he didn't play a ton of minutes in his first game back. So just keep that in mind. We still don't have AD news. I'm hopeful that Anthony Davis plays just based on how close it seemed like he was to playing the other night. Would like to think that they were like, let's give him some rest so he can go on Friday. And then the nightcap of OKC and Sacktown. And as the chat has informed us, De'Aaron, what does the Fox say, has already been ruled out. People have been paying attention to the Kings. Has Keon Ellis been good? I saw he was projecting a little bit for Sorrel. I was thinking about scooping him, but I'm not really sure. I'll take you through some of my So Rare lineups, though, if you guys want to look at that. I saw Wade Dad say something about double dribble. Yeah, I've been checking those rankings daily as well. I had a couple of lineups that were competitive for a little bit. However, the AD injury, the Jamal Murray injury, the Tyler Hero injury, I'm going to have a little bit of a setback here. I'm going to need some boys to step up a little bit. Davion Mitchell and Keon point guard rotation is horrendous. Yeah, I know. I'm not interested in playing Davion. I know Davion started one of the games, didn't start another game, so who knows? Yeah, the Beam is MIA. Beam is MIA, that's for sure. Wow, okay, Sneeps, what are you trying to do? Start a war out there? Hedo, man. I haven't heard Hedo's name in a while. All right, let's go. Can you guys see this okay? Yeah, let me blow this up a little bit. So one decision I have to make here soon because I picked up a Kyle Lowry, mainly because Kyle Lowry actually, you know what? We'll build them together. I'm not even going to let you see these bad boys. We'll build these together. But Kyle Lowry performed pretty well with no hero. I imagine he's going to have to do a little bit more now. So let's go to let's build our in-season first. I also think it's interesting, like how people are approaching this. Like, are people like, for those of you that are into So Rare, have you guys been attacking in-season first, or have you been doing in-season tournament first, or are you focusing on champion and stuff like that? Ooh, the Hoggies here. Let's go. Carl said he traded a limited Tatum for Davis 6 hours before he ghosted. Yeah, you know what though? I'm not too worried. I know, and Brackenridge, same thing. Yeah. I'm not too concerned about Anthony Davis yet. Like this isn't, I know a lot of people, we like to make fun of Anthony Davis, but he did make it a couple of weeks before going down. And it's like, even after he got hurt, he came back. He's only missed one game. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Wade Ed says, what's your strategy for questionable guys on underdog? Do you draft them? I had a lot of AD the other day and Dame yesterday. Starting to think of not better to completely avoid. All right. I'll do that, but I'll talk about that before that. So it depends. It all depends. Like, if the Q tag guys, so for those that don't know on underdog in the dailies, if you draft someone that's questionable and they get ruled out, they do a late swap for you. So you can bring somebody else in. So you're not taking a 0. If they're doubtful and you draft them, you don't get that same thing. But if they're questionable or better and they get ruled out, you get a late swap. So it's tough, like with Anthony Davis, if he is a first round pick, if you're taking your first round pick, and he gets ruled out, that is really tough. However, on nights where it's like massive slates, right? And so if you're taking AD like 6 through 11, right? So maybe like he's bumped down to 6 through 11. You can still get guys who don't get drafted that can go for 50 plus. We saw Cade Cunningham do it the other day. So I like being a little bit more risky with those situations. But like the other night, De'Aaron Fox was questionable and he was going in the 6th round. And I clicked that every time because if he plays, you're getting a 2nd round guy in the 6th round. And if he doesn't, you're just getting somebody you would have drafted anyways in the 6th round. So it's totally dependent on where they're going, if that makes sense. I hope that was helpful. All right. People are saying I've been focusing on the regular comps just based on what I have. In season's your last thought. Bottomine saying I give in season the lowest priority, but was surprised how high I finished. So going harder. There you go. All right, here we go. This is my squad. Oh no, is the ember slowly dying? All right, so we're gonna throw in AD first. We're gonna hope AD plays. If AD gets ruled out, I don't think I will focus on that. This is like the only real MVP that I got. So Kyrie's gonna be my next guy in, and then I think we're gonna throw in Tyrese Maxey. So now the next 2 cards have to be year 2. And so I'm going to scroll down to limited. I'm going to play 2 limiteds. As long as Zion is ruled in, because Zion's an awesome play this week if he's ruled in, because he's, look at that, 34%, 34 cap. And then that leaves me with 21, DeAnthony Melton. We're going to throw you in there right there. So that is going to be our in-season squad. I like this quite a bit. If AD goes, I love the matchup against Yusuf Nurkic and Phoenix. They don't play a ton of defense, and the Lakers haven't been blowing people out. So that should be a competitive game. And as long as AD's healthy, I love that. So we'll go AD, Kyrie, Maxey, Zion, and DeAnthony Melton. We're going to submit that in. I'm going to go to Rare Champion. I'm going to go to that next. Oh, no, this one's a rare contender. Excuse me. Actually, let's go to... let's do rare champion and then we'll do rare contender, but we won't save them. So Steph would be my first guy in, and then Bam, my second guy in. I think oh man, I kind of want to throw in Zion for the contender, right? Because like Zion is a pretty solid contender play. Devin Vassell's healthy again, but we don't know how much he's going to play. What if we go Mark Williams here? You could do, I kind of like Kyle Lowry for 23, and then it gives us up to 30. We go Giddey, maybe something like that. I don't know. You know what? Let's actually go to contender first. Let's go to contender first because I feel like we could probably build a pretty competitive contender, right? So if we start with Zion, right, and then let's go look at some of my scrubs. Biyombo is in good shape with no Tillman, right? We also have Derek Jones, who's got 2 games, and he's been playing really well. We also have Colin Gillespie, who's got 1 game and a cap of 4. I'm going to save Colin, I think, for my rare underdog, right? But if we throw in, Zaire with 2 games too, I don't hate that, right? Or Gary Payton with 2 games. Payton's been playing pretty well, even though he's missed some time. Let's throw it. There we go. Now we have a cap of 26 after we do that, right? And so we could do, I wonder if we can fit in DeAndre Ayton here. Or what if we throw in Bam and then that leaves us with 15? Does that get us to Zaire? That's pretty solid, right? Oh, wait, I missed it by 2. Jesus. Oh, no, not Peyton, Zaire. Yeah. What do you guys think about this? Huh? Zion, Biyombo, Derek Jones Jr., Bam, and Zaire. I feel like that's got a lot of upside, right? Yeah? How we feeling? How we feeling, chitty chatty? How we feeling? I think I'm gonna roll with this one in here. Yeah. All right, and then let's go. Then let's do I guess let's do rare champ next. So we'll throw in Steph, PJ, Aiton, and then we got to get Mark Williams in there, right? Mark Williams, then a 24. Eric Gordon with 2 games, or Grant Williams with 2 games. Looks like Dookie. How dare you, Fenny? I fucking dare you, bro. Let's do Zaire's a game time decision. So we'll have that information hopefully by the time we're ready to rock and roll. Actually, I'm gonna put in Kyle Lowry. I actually like Kyle Lowry's upside higher than all of those with those guys all out. All right, and then we're gonna do our rare content. I hope this is interesting for you guys. If not, no, I didn't. Okay, I thought I deleted it. All right, rare underdog. All right, so you know who first guy in? Colin Gillespie. Lock it in. Yuta. We got an 11 here. Gary Payton, sure, why not? I think we're gonna have to buy somebody else here. Dean Wade, yeah, we're gonna have to go shopping. I think we're gonna have to go shopping. Let's go see what Keon Ellis is right now. Manager sales. We'll look at rare Keon Ellis. Appa 2 buying. Wait, what's his like recent performances been here? Can we just see what's his recent performance here? 26, 14. Oh my God, for a Kappa 2? Yeah, let's go. Why not? Why not? Play money, you know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, can you guys? No, it doesn't show. I was like, can you see? Can you see clearly now the rain is gone? All right, let's go back to life, back to reality. All right, let's see. Rare underdog. So now we'll go back down here. So now we go 2, we go 4. And now what's our cap? Well, what can we do something wild here? What's like the highest? So we got a can we do like Devin like Giddy? What does Giddy get us? Then a cap of 12? Oh, no, we probably shouldn't do that. So then we can just do we could probably get away with so Gary Payton, that leaves us the 18, Yuta, 26, and then Eric Gordon. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid for that. That's pretty solid. We'll take it. Bang. All right, let's go. Let's go. Limited content. I don't think I have a good champion, right? For a limited champion. No, Dorian. Oh, because I used. Wait, I thought I had. Oh, whatever. Okay, that's weird. Oh, wait, this is champion. Jesus, man, I'm losing my mind this morning. Oh, because I already entered it. That's why I was like, let's do it from the beginning. I was like, I swear I'm missing some cards. All right, so apparently I put in Zion. I put in DeAndre Ayton. That leaves us with a cap of 4 the rest of the way. I mean, a cap of 14 the rest of the way. We do have Zaire. Oh, Reggie Jackson, lock and load. Dude, Kessler Edwards, cap of 0. Did he play in the last game? No. Wow, he did. With a cap of 0? Does that let us do anything? What the hell? Man, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Let's try this again. Reggie's definitely in play. What does that do? That gives us 30 for the last spot. Do we have anybody for 30? No, it might not be worth it there. Maybe we just do Zaire and then and Andre Drummond. This is probably our roster. Zion, Ayton, Reggie, Zaire, and then Andre Drummond. Whatever. Okay, one more rare underdog. Limited underdog. Let's just throw in our crap. That's where we're going to use Kessler Edwards. We're going to use Kira Lewis Jr. too, because no CJ. I know he hasn't been great, but whatever. Then that gives us 17 the rest of the way. Javon Carter has got 1 game. That leaves us 21. Oh, yes. Look at that. There we go. Sarge, DFS, Javon Carter, Kessler Edwards, Kira Lewis Jr. Come at me, bro. Come the fuck at me, bro. There we go. And then we'll do our in-season beginner. We've got Russ up in here. Oh, this is dumb. I'll wait to see what I won here because I think I won a commentator too. Anyways, there you go. That's our so rare squad for today. That's our so rare squad for today. What else do you got? Oh, let's take our first break. We'll take our first ad read there. And in honor of So Rare, this will be the ad read. Today's NBA Bit is brought to you by So Rare. Daily fantasy sports is annoying. Constantly paying attention to injury news, who's starting, who's sitting, and just having to remember to enter your lineups each and every day. With So Rare, you just have to enter your lineup once for each game week. And instead of having to pay an entry fee each time you enter a contest with So Rare, once you buy your cards, the tournaments are free. free. Each game week, you'll have a chance to win more card rewards to bolster up your roster. And this year, So Rare is introducing cash prizes. So sign up for So Rare today using the link in the description, and they'll start you with 20 free common cards. And by using our link, once you buy 5 cards from auction, they'll give you a 6th one free. So sign up for So Rare today and see if you can take down Mike Sorarian. Sorarian. Yeah, no entry fee once you sign up. Once I buy my cards, how do I sign up? There you go. What else you guys have? You guys have anything else exciting for me? Anything you want to talk about? Let's give them something to talk about. Reminder, we've got George and Ghost today on the show, which will be fun for Live Before Lock, where we'll, of course, give away a rare tier card. We'll also, I don't know, what else will we do? We'll give away a rare tier card. We'll do a little bit of everything. I think I'm actually going to buy a Kessler Edwards rare, too. It's like, what do we, for Kappa Zero? I don't know. We gotta let's build out the collection. Build out the collection. You need a new TV show? Well, good news is, I tweeted this out yesterday, but Apple Plus announced that Slow House or Slow Dogs, Slow House, I forget what it's called. That which isn't helpful. Let me actually check. I think it's Slow Dogs. But is back. That's coming back, baby. And I'm excited about that. What's it called? Also, John Nellis came out with a new video. It's Slow Horses. Slow Horses. Good Lord. Slow Horses is back. I love Slow Horses. So that'll be back at the end of the month. I started watching Bodies on Netflix. That's a wild-ass show. Wild-ass show. I'm almost done with that. Excited to finish that one. What else have I watched recently? I'm almost done with Snowfall. Almost done with Snowfall. I got to tell you, though, the last season is bumming me out a little bit, and I haven't been excited to continue on. It's been bumming me out. For the NFL All Day pack drop next week, they're dropping a cut. No, they're not. Is that real? I can't tell what's a bit and what's real. Why would they drop a Kyler Murray? Just because he got activated for this week? What? Speaking of which, though, yeah, Jump Shoot, you're in the chat. I know you watched the show. Was the Jacob interview any good? Was it any good? Also, I did see something too. So if you lock all of the rookies, right? So if you got a Wemby, Oscar Thompson, Scoot, Amon Thompson, Chet, and Brandon Miller, and you lock it, they give you a new pack drop of the rookies that are like all the ones that aren't good. Like that's what you get for locking all those. I mean, I guess that's good. All right, here we go. I did want to look at this. So Wemby now fallen a little bit, but nothing crazy, right? It's at 287 here. I think it was settled. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's settled at 320. That's where it's going to be forever." And it looks like we're at 287. And how thin is this? I mean, like it jumps up over 300 pretty quickly. So that feels about right. I mean, I thought it was going to come down to around 250, settle around there. Jeb said under 200 as more of it comes out. But that to me makes sense. I mean, that's why and listen, who knows? Maybe it like really pops here soon. But I was happy selling it when I did. And then we've got Oscar Thompson's at 38, Scoots at 37. Amon must be furious. He's like, my brother's $16 better than me. I got hurt, man. Brandon Miller, 35. And then Chet's staying north of the price pack, so that's good. There you go. Wemby to settle around 250. Yeah, that's what I think. Did Jacob really say that, Stan, or did he actually say that, or are you interpreting what he said to call it that? I tried to watch the first 10 minutes. I saw his audio was really bad, and I was like, I can't do this right now. So maybe I'll scrub. Maybe I'll just DM Tandy, be like, Tandy, what's good, man? How was it? Did Tandy hold his feet to the fire and yell at him and stuff? Is anybody out there buying stuff off the marketplace? Are you guys actually buying? I did. I flipped the Wemby and I got a Scoot as well and sold both of those. He said it isn't in their thoughts, but is it in their prayers? Thoughts and prayers. Guys, we're gonna call it early. We might just call it early. I don't have much more. And again, we have no underdog happy hour today because we have we have a guest. My best friend and my best friend's son, my godson, is actually staying with us this weekend, and we're going to see something called the Card Ninja, which I'm very excited about. It's this comedian who does card tricks, apparently. So I'm very excited about that. But we got to get the house kid friendly. I got to go get the dog to get a haircut. He's going to get groomed. Although, Dan, the dog has been waking me up at 5 the last 2 mornings. And like he usually sleeps until like 10. Like he'll sleep with like, because Kelsey's work day is different. So like she doesn't have to get moving until like 9. And he'll just stay in there. He'll be asleep usually, or you'll see him pass out here, right? And the last couple of days, he's been getting up at like 5 and just like has to take massive poops. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Also, Waterfall Production, long time no see. Good to see you here. Not as much sticking to be $100 crypto. Yeah, dude. So everybody seems pretty jacked up about an impending bull run. I saw a lot of tweets about that. That always makes me nervous when people are doing that. Max says the super rare market's so quiet at the moment. Hope we get an update on rare and so rare rewards soon. I don't have any answers for you, but I can tell you that they're having conversations about it. They are having conversations about, I know they're aware that they're like, hey, we made the rare content. Like we want people to progress, right? Obviously, if you're so rare, you want people to move from limited to rare, from rare to super rare, right? Like that's like good for their ecosystem. And they're noticing like there's not a lot of incentive right now to move from limited to rare because rare is so hard. And I understand why they adjusted some of their prize pools. Like it made sense to me to not give out tier 5s to everybody, right? So I know they're thinking about some alternative solutions to incentivizing participating in the rare games and maybe giving you an opportunity to win a little something. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to throw out there. Fanny said, no, I haven't watched it. That's popped up a couple times. Haven't watched it. Paul says just making low ball offers, which will be worth half a year, and I'll be the dumb one. There we go. Once Top Shot releases their game, so rare will die. What truly? What makes you think that? What? What? I can't tell if this is a bit or not. I hope it's a bit. If it's a bit, it's funny. Weisberg in the chat. Let's go. If your bags weren't packed, lol. Anyways, that was good. I love the idea of Waterfall Production. It was like, dude, man, once that so rare fantasy game comes out, do you think they'll ever introduce player pick rewards to help stop duplicated rewards? Also, no, I don't think they'll do that. I think that's just part of it. I think that's part of it. Sometimes you get a duplicate reward. I think that's just part of it. I don't think they'll do anything with that. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I think it's just part of the game. All right, guys, we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna get a head start on my day. Okay. We did it though. We made it Monday through Friday. We'll be back at 5:30. 5:30 live before lock. I expect each and every one of you here. Waterfall Production, even you. I expect you all to be here, even if it's just to talk about hardcore. But if I don't see you guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you win all of your bets, all of your pick'ems, all of that stuff. And I'll see you on Monday. We out.